Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie. Hi. I didn't do an update last month because I didn't have the willpower to record. Just kind of like a weird little random update. I quit my job, so I have so much free time on my hands until July, when I go back to school. So that's that. So I'm going to be doing my update number 1. For This is Fantasy Round 2. This is a project I created last year, and I failed on it because I stopped doing it. It's a project all about mythological, fantasy-themed characters, lore, fairy tales, things like that. And there are now 42 prompts. I will leave all the description stuff in relation to the project in the description box below. As well as insert little informations and things like that. I started last month with 10 products, and I have done relatively well. I only have 1 rollout, but I'm rolling in like 6 more. I'm only doing like 5 or 6 projects over the next year or so, because with me going to school full time, working on a master's degree, I really don't know if I have time to devote to panning. But because I'm going to be going to school full time, I actually have time to wear makeup, and I'm not going to be at work at 5 a.m., so I can actually put on a full face of makeup. So I think it'll be a good transition back into panning and back into YouTube. So with that being said, let's just kind of get started. Boogeyman, which is actually my rollout. This was my Pacific Island Vanilla Mist. My goal was to finish this, and I have finished it. When I started last month, I was about here, so maybe 2/3 of the way done. It is finished. There's like a little bit left in the bottom, but I can't get it out. It took me 26 uses to finish this. Because this is a like hair and body mist, I sprayed went ham. I sprayed the crap out of myself with this. It didn't linger. It didn't stay very long, so it kind of faded throughout the day. So basically I wore this for 26 days, and then it was done. I finished this pretty... I dropped my earring. I finished this pretty early on in the project. I want to say like shortly after I started it, it was gone. I used this every day. Next was Caucus, which was I brought in my NYX Marshmallow Primer. My goal was to finish this. I have used this a total of 17 times. Because the packaging is very opaque, I can't really tell what the amount of product is actually left in here. I want to finish this. I don't think this does anything. This is pretty much just another random step in my makeup routine. I just kind of want to get it out and finish it because this is like a $20 primer, $17 primer. It does nothing. Fairy, which I brought in my Not Your Mother's Matcha Green Tea Apple Blossom Hair Mask. My goal is to finish this. I have used this 6 times in the last 2 months, and I've used it a lot. I have maybe 1.5, 2 uses left. I do know I'm going to get this finished within the next update, which is kind of why I'm rolling in a little bit more products versus just a 1-for-1. So this will be done by next update. Then we have Fenrir, and I brought in my Milani Keep It Full Gloss. My goal is to finish this gloss, and I was working really hard at like the beginning of the project on doing this. Like I was doing this like every day, and I only counted use-wise by days. I didn't count like by like reapplication. So I'm doing it, I went by day. Just if I put it on that day, I calculated it. And I started here. I don't know if you can see that little black line. It was fairly new. I had maybe 1/6 of the product done. But I have used a lot. I will annotate new lines, post some new pictures. I'm about maybe halfway through now. So this is going to keep going. I wore this for 37 days in the last 2 months. which I feel like is really good, but I was really kind of hoping that I would be done with it. Then we have Goblin. I brought in my e.l.f. night cream. I hate this stuff. I hate this stuff. I hate this stuff. This stuff, I'm sure it's expired. My goal is to finish this. I have used this 19 times in the last 2 months, and I have used a lot. This is what I have left. Not sure if you can tell. When I use this, I kind of do everything from like here up, and I go in pretty liberally. So my goal is to finish this. It's not done yet. This will be transferring over, but I'm sure I'll have it done by next update. So I'm gonna roll in a new product for this product anyway. Next was Gollum, and I brought in my Orly nail polish in the shade Liquid Vinyl. This is just a black nail polish. My goal was to use this 15 times, and I've used it 3 times. I was really thinking I could have had this like done. Like this should have been an easy one because I wear black nail polish. It's like the only nail polish like I wear. I don't know what I did. So 3 uses out of 15. I still have 12 to go. I shouldn't have a problem. I paint my toes and my nails black. Like that's pretty much it. So this shouldn't be an issue. It's just I have to do it. I just have to do it. Then there's Griffin. And I brought in my Body Shop Avocado Body Butter. This sits on my desk. And like I said in the intro, I don't know why I don't get more use out of this because it sits directly in front of me. My goal? To finish this. I have used this 51 times so far, and this is just kind of like all over my body after I get out of the shower, just on my hands, just on some dry areas like my knees, my elbows, mainly my hands. This gets used 90% of the time on my hands and on my hands alone. I'll insert all the pictures or whatever, but this is where I'm at now. I do feel like that's really, really, really good for 51 uses. I want to say I'm about halfway done with it. This should be done by next update. I'm like really, 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 really going to force myself to use this more like as an all over on my legs and stuff like that after waxes, things like that to keep my skin hydrated. But I know I'm going to have this done by next update. I'm going to have this done by next update. I'm going to do it. And so I'm going to roll something in new for this as well. Next was Hydra, and I brought in my e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. I was about a fourth of the way done. This first half mark was where I started. And I'm going to go based off of this windowing right here. It's actually a little lower when everything settles. But I've used about half of this. I've used this 19 times. And out of those 19 times of the last 2 months, about 8 of those, 10 of those are all over my face. This is almost a perfect match for my skin tone. So I've just been kind of like putting it on the troublesome areas under my eyes, things like that, and then blending it out. This is kind of what I do for my makeup, no makeup days. I'm going to have this finished 100% in the next month or 2. I just really was hoping to get it done, but I didn't wear as much makeup as I wanted. Then there's Leprechaun. Leprechaun, I brought in my Bath & Body Works Dark Kissed fragrance mist, all over body mist, whatever. And this is my favorite Bath & Body Works scent. My all-time favorite. And my goal is to finish this because I have so many backups. And I'm sure these expired. My goal is to finish this. I've worn this for 21 days. I count days, I don't count. Whatever. I started here, about maybe a fifth, a sixth of the bottle done. And now I don't wear this one I don't spray this one as liberally because it is a lot stronger than the Vanilla Island Mist for Pacifica. But I do really, really, really love this one. So I want to say I'll mark it and post a photo, but I'm about here now. So I haven't used that much, maybe a full fingertips worth. But for 21 uses, I love this. I'm going to tell you the fragrance notes. Fragrance notes are black raspberry, burgundy rose, bergamot incense, dark vanilla bean, and plum musk. This is going to last probably all the way through winter. I think by the end of March, maybe end of April, this will be done. And then last from my original 10 products was Pixie. And I brought in a Jeffree Star single. I've depotted all my Jeffree Star products. I have so much Jeffree Star, I'm just going to do a small disclaimer. I have so many Jeffree Star products in my collection that I've paid money for. I no longer buy from him at all, directly, anything like that. But I have so much. And I do enjoy the formula of the products, but I just don't support the brand anymore. I'm sure you will probably see Jeffree Star pop up a lot in my project pans, or listed in my descriptions for makeup that I wear. This is just because I'm trying to use them to get them out. I don't want to throw them away because I've already spent the money on them. I have depotted all of my Jeffree Star eyeshadows minus a few palettes. One, because I couldn't figure out how to do it with the plastic. The other two, I kept breaking. So they're just kind of there. But with that being said, just a disclaimer, I no longer support Jeffree Star or his brand, but I do have a lot of products, and I'm just going to try to keep using them until they're gone, until they expire, until I just no longer like them to throw them away. But that's that. I brought in the shade Tanacon for Pixie. My goal is to hit pan on this. I have used this 17 times, and there is no pan. If I don't have pan by 45 uses, I don't know what I'm going to do. But it's just a good transition shade. I enjoyed the shade. I am wearing it today, as well as a few others. So yeah, that's going to be in for a bit. I haven't worn makeup a lot. So I have one rollout, one empty. The other 9 are staying. I am bringing in 6 new prompts. I will roll the clip for my screen grab of my Pretty Random to show which prompts those are. I'm going to go grab those and I will be right back. So starting with Witch or Wizard, I am going to be bringing in my Pacifica Moon perfume samples. I have 5 of them. These are just tiny little samples. I know I am working on a gigantic fragrance mist, but I have about 100 of these little sample things, and I want to get as many of them out of my collection as possible. There are 5 from the Moon Phase collection. So my goal is to get all 5 of those finished. Should maybe be 5 uses each. Alright, then I've got Basilisk. And I'm going to be bringing in another Jeffree Star single. I'm going to bring in the shade Orgy. This is what it looks like. It's just kind of a dark matte brown. My goal is to just finish 1 corner's worth of product by the end of the project. Next is Manticore, and I am bringing in my Too Faced Do You Loose Powder. This is one of my favorite face powders. I'm almost done. My goal is to finish this, so I think I can definitely have this done within a month or 2, no problem. I use this all over to set my face, to set my powder, my foundation, whatever. I love this stuff. This has a very pretty, like, iridescent, like, shimmer to it. This is the Radiant Pearl. I believe this is like the lightest. This is so old. So old. But I want to finish this powder. I shouldn't see a problem when doing that. Next is Ogre. And I'm going to be bringing in my Jeffree Star Mannequin liquid lipstick. This is a mini from the like Morphe collab or whatever. My goal is to finish this. I've never finished a liquid lipstick. That's why I'm starting with a mini. And a mini that I've worked on for years because I love it. I love the shade. I don't know if I can do it, but in a year, I think I can. Then we have Pegasus. And I'm going to bring in my Super Goop sunscreen. I am the worst at wearing sunscreen. But yeah, so I do have this like travel sized, sample size. This is completely brand new. My goal is to finish this. So I think I can get this little sample travel size done with my next update. I shouldn't have a problem with that as long as I freaking wear it. And then the last new product that I'm going to be bringing in is Skyla or Skyla. I am bringing in 2 palettes. These are palettes I have not used, and I have had them for over a year. But these are Natasha Denona dupes. That's what I do know. They are from She Glam. So this is the Shein makeup brand, and it is the Centuries and the Afterglow palette. My goal is to use the Afterglow, which is this one, 12 times, and Century 6 times. This is what they look like. This is the Afterglow. This is the dupe for the Natasha Denona Gold, I believe. And then Century, I believe, is the dupe for the Star palette. I may be wrong. This is what this one looks like. I can go into it for one shade, and I can count that as a use. But I want to try to use the palette as a whole 12 and 6 times, if that makes sense. I'm going to try. But we'll see. So yeah. And that is going to be my update for This is Fantasy Round 2. I think I did pretty well, at least finishing one. Somewhat off to a good start. I want to get through all 42 prompts by the end of the year. So some of my goals are more usage goals versus finish goals. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm awkward, crazy, and I have no idea what I'm doing. If you did enjoy today's video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And stop on by for the next update. So I will see you guys hopefully in a month, if not sooner. Yeah. Bye.